Hey now, top of the morning. So Candace, Owens, and Kanye West are under fire within our community for wearing a shirt that disrespects us and what we're trying to accomplish in today's climate. And no disrespect, but it is what it is. I know that Kanye West's mother is rolling over in her grave. Now, on top of that, you have Christian Walker that can count himself from being left out of his father's will when he passes away because Christian Walker took to Twitter and exposed his father, Herschel Walker, to the 10th power. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Ciao.
All right, begin.
What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and start on these topics. And the first topic that I want to touch on is this Candace Owens and Kanye West situation. So Candace and Kanye are both in Paris for Fashion Week. And on yesterday evening, Kanye decided to unveil and reveal his season 9 collection of Yeezy, right? So it was a big surprise to everybody. But in a premeditated and calculated move, in my opinion, Kanye West decided to wear a shirt that stood out more than any of the clothing that he revealed for the season 9 of his collection, right? And so I'm going to paraphrase this before I say it. So Kanye West wore a shirt that said "Trite Lives Matter." Now, of course, Kanye West wasn't alone, right? He had somebody else on the buffoonery train, and that was Candace Owens. So Candace Owens decided to put the shirt on too, and both of them were two peas in a pod over there in Paris, right? Now, this struck a vital nerve within our community. And if you look on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everybody is talking about this situation. As a matter of fact, while I'm recording this video, it's trending number 2 on Twitter. And so this is just a very, very precarious situation. Now, the rapper Boosie, he's hotter than fish grease. And he took to Twitter, and this is what he had to say in regards to Kanye West wearing a Trite Lives Matter shirt. So Boosie says, at Kanye West, after all we've been through as a race, you put this disrespectful blank on. You gives no blank about how blacks have died and suffered to the hands of the trite man. And you say Bush don't like black people? Really, ninja? Now, Jaden Smith also took the time to speak out against Kanye. And so basically, he just went off in a series of tweets, just standing up for people that have the same hue as I do, right? And so this is what he said, starting from the second tweet from the bottom, and it says, "True leaders lead." Then he also says, "I don't care who it is. If I don't feel the message, I'm out." Then he also says, "Black lives matter." Then he also tweets out, "We demand a more progressive future." Now, Jaden is not done. He's still tweeting about it this morning. In fact, he tweeted over an hour ago and says, "Think for yourself, have your own opinion." And then he also tweeted, "Follow your own morals instead of people." Now, Van Lathan, who got Kanye West together before, when Kanye West said that, and I'm going to paraphrase this, that slavery was a choice, basically had this to say about the situation. So Van says, "We don't need a reminder of the worth of trite lives. America is a shrine to the worth of trite people. This message is reactionary to a message affirming the worth of black lives, which have never been worth anything in America. In its intent, it's a white notion, because it posits that we can't have a conversation about the worth of black people without having a conversation about the worth of trite people, which is blank and insane. The notion that it always has to be about trite people in America is incredibly frustrating, emotionally draining, and the whole problem. But there's Kanye apparently centering that notion." All right, so I took you through what Boosie had to say, Jaden Smith, and then Van Lathan. And so what I have to say about this situation is it's just so hypocritical on the part of Kanye West to actually put on that shirt, because just a few weeks ago, he was weaponizing his blackness for everybody to come together within the black community to support him for having a say-so with his children. Remember, Kim exposed text messages that Kanye West sent her, and he asked her, like, why do you have to have the final say-so? Is it because you're trite? And again, I'm paraphrasing there. You guys got it by now, right? And then also, he just had a situation with Adidas. And again, he was calling for people that look like him to rally behind him and to boycott Adidas, right? And then he had an issue with Gap, and he did the same thing. So if you really examine Kanye West's movements, within our community in its totality, he just comes to us when he needs us for something. And then he goes back to the other side and he pledges his allegiance to those trite people. Because at the end of the day, for Kanye to have the same hue as me and be worth over $1 billion, there's a price that he had to pay. And one of those prices that I feel that he had to pay was to auction off his mother, if I'm being nice about it. Now, we all know that trite lives matter. As a matter of fact, that was established way back in 1776. All we're trying to say as a community is that we matter too. Treat us with dignity, class, and respect. Now, as far as Kanye West is concerned, I can't tell you all what to do, but I'm not supporting Kanye. I'm not mad. I was a little tight when I first saw this yesterday, but Kanye West has been doing this for quite some time. You know, I trashed all of his music. I don't have any more of his music within my phone. You know, it doesn't exist to me. I'm done with Kanye. It is what it is, and I don't wish him the best. I'm just keeping it all the way 100. So guys, let's go ahead and transition to the next story. And I want to talk about Christian Walker going off on his father, Herschel Walker, yesterday. I mean, this brother didn't hold back one bit. You know, I mean, he put all of his family tea out there, you know, when it came to Herschel and how he was as a father and how he treated his mother. I mean, he didn't even mince his words, right? And so basically, before we get into that, I want to show you guys a clip that Christian Walker just posted recently. I mean, he had a total breakdown, right? So we know that Christian is a super Trump supporter. He's a ultra conservative and things of that nature. And so basically he moved from California to Florida because the fact that California turned to a blue state, he wanted to go to Florida because it's a red state.
I'm ashamed to say it, but I totally miss LA. It's amazing in Florida. Maybe this is just a transition period. Everyone's so nice, but like the past 2 weeks, I've been like, did I just rush out? Like, I just packed my stuff so quick and left. I thought like, F this place. I'm never gonna want to come back. I hate it here. But like, if I could snap my fingers, oh my gosh, I would go back. So I just hope like I get through this little period, but it's been so hard the past week. Just like an honesty update, always gonna be real with y'all. That's how I feel.
If you don't straighten that doggone hand out, y'all, it was the hand for me. It was so irritating. I wish I could have reached through the phone and broke that back into place. But anyway, this is what's going down. So Christian claims that multiple people within the family told Herschel not to run for Congress because he had a past and they were afraid that his past was going to come back to bite him in the ass. And so it came out that back in 2009 that Herschel was dating this girl and she ended up getting pregnant. So now there's a multitude of receipts that have been provided that shows that, you know, Herschel Walker is out here claiming that he's pro-life, but he actually paid for, you know, his current girlfriend at the time to get an AB. All right, I'm paraphrasing there. You guys can put it together. And so basically when everything came out, he said that it was a lie. Herschel said that this is a lie, that this never took place or whatever the case may be. And Christian came on Twitter to debunk the whole situation. And then again, he blessed us with the tea that, you know, his family went through when his mother was dealing with Herschel and things of that nature. So this is what Christian said. So Christian says, I know my mom and I would really appreciate if my father, Herschel Walker, stopped lying and making a mockery of us. You're not a family man when you left us to bang a bunch of women, threatened to unalive us, and had us move over 6 times in 6 months running from your violence. I don't care about someone who's had a bad past and takes accountability, but how dare you lie and act as though you're some moral Christian, upright man. You lived a life of destroying other people's lives. How dare you? Every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past. Every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all of his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. I'm done. Now, what I'm about to read you all is a deleted tweet, but I got it. Christian deleted this tweet for whatever reason, but he said, you have 4 kids that we know of and you weren't in the house raising one of them. You were out cheating and lying. If you loved your kids, you'd be raising them instead of running for a Senate race to boost your ego. And Herschel did respond to that tweet and he said, I love my son no matter what. All right, so you guys heard all of that. And the last tweet that I read you all is very striking to me because I can remember back in 2020, and drop down in the comments and let me know if you remember it too. I can remember Christian going on rants talking about black fathers that don't stay home, black fathers that are not in the house taking care of their kids and things of that nature. He was calling black men out. But when you take a step back and you assess Christian's tweets, about, his father never being in the home and things of that nature, and also the rants that he went on previously, it's clear and evident that he was sending that message to his father as well. And that is why he was so angry about, other black men not being in the home taking care of their kids, because although Herschel had money and Christian never wanted for anything, he was never physically there, especially in his younger years. Now, a lot of people seem to have some type of sympathy for Christian now, but I still remember the deplorable things that he said about our culture. And for me,
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that. I don't.